Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 15 of my 1.5 versus 6 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against a team of 6 Emperor AI, although I did begin the game with an AI teammate on Lord difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Goblin Rogue, Gnulsa Nightstar. In our last episode, we continued to expand our empire, in particular in the Shadow Realm, and we'll just head over there quick. So actually, we'll zoom out again. You can see here that we now have 5 vassals in the Shadow Realm. Then we have Tavros, which we own. So these vassals are all dwellings. I believe we have like 4 dragons, and I think this one, let's just zoom in on it. Yeah, so this one is a living Archon, and then we've got just dragons galore. So you can see here, 3 dragon, our Shadow Elf city that we own, and another dragon dwelling. So we're really doing well in the Shadow Realm. And then, of course, Nero is extremely powerful at this point. He's level 10, which means he has Greater Reanimate Undead, and he also has Inflict Ghoul Curse, which we can see right here. And we've also been able to recruit ourselves a Deathbringer, which is very, very powerful. Now, we're going to continue this episode and try to, again, continue the expansion. In particular, on the surface here, we're, almost certainly going to be encountering our opponents fairly soon. We know that Olarmian, who's the one opponent that we've made contact with, we know he killed off Larissa underground here somewhere, kind of right under, well, we'll jump down quick. Right here in this city, we know he's already converted it to a dwarven city. That used to be human. So, right under here, or right above here is where we are. So we know that we're probably going to be encountering them soon, so we got to kind of get ourselves ready for that and, again, continue expanding. Now, before I dive into the episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some fantastic comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Can Dennis. Can responded to my request for input on, in particular, it was this situation here with Beniefs. And I was hemming and hawing over whether or not I should try this Forbidden Sanctum with Beniefs. And I grabbed the upgrade here from this. You can see the Wicked Flames of Growth here gave me some extra benefits in the stack. Can point out that Beniefs, if I wanted to upgrade Beniefs' casting ability here, what I could do is actually give 10 points rather than just 5. And that's because as a sorcerer, the casting point upgrade here actually provides 10, not just 5. For most other heroes, you would only get 5 casting points when you do the casting point upgrade. But as I said, for sorcerers, you get 10. So this would then allow me to potentially cast 2 spells rather than just 1, because currently you can see that Beniefs has 2 spells that are both 20. So that's a really, really good point, and I very much agree with that that's a really strong upgrade for Beniefs. My only concern is that if I apply this upgrade right now, I don't think I get the extra casting points until next turn. I think this would improve my casting points up to 40, but I would still have 30 for this turn. So I don't think I would actually get benefit if I wanted to do the battle this turn. So that's kind of the only problem there. So I think I might hold off on that one because if I'm going to do the battle, I'm going to have to do it, kind of this turn is what I'm thinking. But we'll talk more about that here in a little bit. In any case, great suggestion there from Can, and a good reminder that sorcerer heroes get 10, whereas most heroes only get 5 casting points. Can also pointed out that I could start casting Spiritual Freedom now for my succubus that I'm going to be producing. So that is in reference to right here. So in this city, we've got a Hamplet. We're in the process of making this succubus in 2 turns. It would be great to have spiritual freedom in play here so that I'm able to actually have the unit produced and get the benefit of that. The problem right now is that if I use Iron Grip, what's going to happen, or if I continue casting Iron Grip, I'm going to use my 38 casting points here and then use 2 additional casting points next turn, which would leave me with 58. And the problem, of course, is that Spiritual Freedom costs 60. So we're going to switch over to Spiritual Freedom now, as Can is suggesting, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to summon it on the city in time to benefit our succubus that's about to be produced. The next comment here is from Civ 5 Addict. Civ 5 Addict pointed out that the shrine that I was talking about there with Beniefs also imparted explosive death on my units. Now, this is an upgrade, so the other benefits here are Fire Spit and additional fire protection. You can see there, Wicked Flames of Grouth there. Now, the problem with explosive death, obviously, is the unit needs to die to get benefit of it. That said, you know, I don't want to lose any of my units, but were I to do this battle and one of my units, or, you know, two of my units died, I could try to capitalize on explosive death to get a little bit more kind of bang for my buck. So, not a bad, you know, again, it's nice to know that it's there. So I appreciate Civ 5 Addict pointing that out. The next comment here is from Insert Username. Insert wanted to point out that the Backstab upgrade that I got access to last episode, and we'll just go over to that here. You can see Cruel Backstab. Insert was pointing out that this would apply to my cadavers, which might kind of influence my decision-making on this one. And this is relevant because I have 3 Necromancer heroes, all of whom are going to be able to, again, produce tons of cadavers, and I've been kind of doing that as I've been going. And so this upgrade would impact my cadavers because they are infantry units. And I had sort of said, well, it might not be worth necessarily focusing on this because I'm using primarily Shadow Stalkers and Succubi at this point in the game, or at least I'm in the process of producing them, and they're going to be the bulk of my fighting force. And that's still absolutely true, but the point being that I'm going to also be producing a ton of cadavers, and that upgrade really doesn't cost much, so it's actually might be useful since I have all my Necromancers. Insert also mentioned that he agreed with me that Men Magical Being should work on Shadow Stalkers. Again, I have a hunch that it probably will. And this is an upgrade that Beniefs gets access to here. So you can see Men Magical Being here. I wasn't 100% sure if this would work on Shadow Stalkers because they are produced units rather than summoned. But I think they still count as being Magical Origin as they're an elemental unit. So pretty sure that that's going to work. So Insert agreed with me on that one, that it should probably work. In any case, that's something we can experiment with. Insert also mentioned that this Forgotten Sanctum, Forbidden Sanctum looks really, really tough. We have a shrine in there that's going to give me some real problems, and the reason for that is because the shrine is going to be getting a boost because all the units in the stack are also devout. So there's a bunch of Crusaders and some Martyrs, and since they're devout units, that's just going to make the shrine more powerful. And that's going to be really, really tough for me to deal with. And I agree with Insert. I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I honestly don't know if it's worth really trying. I mean, there's a big part of me that wants to do it, that really, really wants to do it. But I just don't know if it's worth the risk. I'm going to kind of think about it a little more. But Insert makes a really good point that it's probably not worth the risk. The next comments here are from Albtrom. Albtrom agreed with both myself and with Insert that the Men Magical Being is probably going to work on the Shadow Stalkers because they should be considered like a magical origin creature. But again, something we'll have to experiment with and check to make sure. Albtrom also pointed out that Nourishing Meal is especially useful on units that have regrowth because Nourishing Meal obviously increases the total hit points for the battle, and units that are that have taken some damage don't always get all the way up to their full health when you give them the extra 15 hit points. So a unit that has regrowth, you can give them the extra hit points, and if they take damage or if they've taken some damage and are starting the battle without full health, because of regrowth, they actually have the potential to get all the way up to it, and that makes them even more deadly. So really, really good idea there from Albtrom. I hadn't really considered the benefit of throwing that on a unit with regrowth, so really good point there. Albtrom also mentioned that I should probably add some more health to Beniefs eventually, and I think that's a great point. Either this level up or next one, it would be good to get Beniefs additional hit points because Beniefs does have regrowth. Importantly, though, we are going to be getting the Blessed Totem of Health, which eventually we will probably replace this Melody of Oblivious Harmony to give Beniefs more health. But I think it would also be worth potentially doing another upgrade, although I might want to do that maybe next level up. We'll have to see. All right, so that about does it for the comments. So again, a huge thank you to everybody for leaving the fantastic comments. I absolutely love that when I ask for help or feedback or input, or I have a decision that I'm really not sure on, I always get tons of really good input and advice. So thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate it. Okay, So let's dive in and let's again think about Beneaths here, because I agree with Insert. This is really not a good battle to do. It's probably not worth it. But oh boy, there's a part of me that just wants to roll the dice on it and kind of have some fun with it, which like that's such a strong temptation right now. Let's take a look at Beneath's upgrades here and see if there's anything that could benefit us. So again, sorcery probably would benefit us generally, but I don't think it's going to benefit us if we want to do the battle this turn, which is a bit of an issue. So strong will would benefit us, as that would give us spirit protection, spirit immunity, I should say. We already have pretty high spirit protection though. Some of these other upgrades, I mean, we could use these, like Starblades would be kind of useful for us. That would just buff a unit. And that would be good because we could cast this a whole bunch of times. Let's see, what else do we have? Cosmic Spray, that's good, but not necessarily ideal. We could also just buff Beneaths and make Beneaths like tankier so we can actually do some fighting with Beneaths if need be. Which I have a suspicion we might have to do in this battle. If we're going to do it, that is. All right, well, let's do the hit points. And then... Okay. Yeah, this is a really tough call here. If I... Again, because I'm leaning to just trying this battle as much as I know I'm gonna regret it. Chain Lightning, again, that would be pretty useful, but I think that healing spell is probably going to be more up our alley. Oh, I know I'm going to hate myself for this. What we're going to do is we're going to buff Beneath's fighting capabilities here. Again, I don't know why I'm doing this. This is such a terrible idea. And then we're going to go into the battle here. Oh, I know I'm going to regret this. All right, let's do it. The other thing we have to keep in mind, of course, is that we have Mass Bless, so these units are going to be even tougher. All right, so we can give ourselves some fire protection on one of our units here. So probably on the Eagle Rider, I'm thinking would be... Actually, you know what? The Slither, though... Oh, okay, the Slither already has fire protection. And I guess from that Shrine... Yeah, you know what? If we apply it to the Eagle Rider, it'll be immune to fire. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, there we go. And then with our Crossbowmen, we'll move up. And then Beneaths, we're actually going to have to use kind of aggressively here in this battle, I'm thinking. So now I fully expect the Martyrs to use Absorb Pain on the Crusaders, which is going to make them stupidly tanky. So let's see if we can kind of position ourselves here a little bit. Yeah, I really don't know how this one's going to go. You know what? Let's even maybe flank around. We need to do damage. That's the big thing. We need to do some kind of damage here. And we have our spell casting, so we can either do Harmonizing Energy or Sphere of Protection. I'm probably going to try a Harmonizing Energy to, like, keep the Eagle Rider alive or something like that. You know what? We could do a ranged attack over here with the Eagle Rider. Alternatively, we could send our Crossbowmen up. Again, the Crossbowmen I'm more than happy to sacrifice if need be. What I really want to do here is just draw them into combat. There we go. Okay. And then Beneaths can hang out like this to provide some additional hacks here. Okay, good. They're at least coming at me. Oh, nice. We at least blocked that one. With a lucky. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. So, we're going to bring our Warg Rider around for a flank shot here, probably. I think we'll leave the Warg Rider kind of as is there. The Crossbowman we could definitely use as a suicide trooper, which isn't the worst idea in the world. You know what? Let's do that. There, okay. And then we're going to sit like that. Meanwhile, over here with our... Oh, and look at that. We can really give this Shrine of Smiting some big damage. My only concern, obviously, is then the Eagle Rider is going to be kind of in rough shape. Forge Priest, we could step up. The only problem with that is that's going to put the Forge Priest in a really precarious situation, which I don't really want to do. Boy, I really want to put the hurt on this Shrine of Smiting, though, if I can. I'm just concerned that if I put my Eagle Rider in there, all the units will gang up on it and basically just kill it. You know what I could do? Okay, here's what I might do. I'll take the Eagle Rider, and what we'll do is we'll use Beneaths to throw a Sphere of Protection onto the Eagle Rider. And then we'll do some hefty damage to the Shrine of Smiting, which is great. And then you know what? We'll actually keep our Forge Priest kind of out of there. We'll keep the Forge Priest right there, right where it is. Or actually, we'll back up one. And then the Slither we're going to leave alone. Alright, now let's see what happens. Oh, that hurts. Okay, well, our Explosive Death, I think, did some damage there. That's good. That helped us out. Okay, this actually has worked out pretty well for us. So now our Slither can step up, kill that Martyr. Meanwhile, our Warg Rider's kind of over there fighting the Crusader. I think we'll just hang out in defense mode there. Alternatively, I wonder if we were to just to kill the Martyr here. Oh, I don't know if we have enough, unfortunately. Enough damage, that is. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. We can get the kill here. Perfect, okay. Oh, and you know what? That doesn't really change anything for the Slither. What I should have done is probably killed the Martyr with the Slither and then moved Beneaths around to help out with the Crusader over here. But I think our Warg Rider is going to be fine. Now, as for our Eagle Rider, yeah, we really want to try and kill the Shrine of Smiting because it just does an extreme amount of damage. So let's do some work there and then hope we can get the kill, maybe. I don't... We would need a critical hit, unfortunately. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Now that Shrine is going to be able to... Oh, but we have the Fire Spit. I forgot about Fire Spit. That's perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, that actually ended up working out pretty well. Okay, fantastic. So now we can probably kill the Crusader here. Excellent. The Slither can do some work. Of course, Beneaths can step up. So I guess my improving her stats didn't really make much of a difference. But you know what? That's still good because we can use her more aggressively in the future since she does have the regrowth as a innate ability. So, you know what? It would be nice to use this Frost Breath to a good effect, but I don't know if we're going to really be able to do that. Okay, hang on. We could do this, and then we could do a Wing Beat here. Yeah, there we go. That's really good. And then we could get the kill here, but might actually be better to go and tie up this Martyr. Ooh, actually, here's a situation where might actually be able to do a Frost Breath. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Big damage there. Fantastic. All right, well, we got the battle done, and all we really had to sacrifice was the Dwarf Crossbowmen. So, you know what? All things considered, that's not too bad. Ooh, and look at that. We got access to Mass Bless, mana, and casting points, which is fantastic. So, alternatively, I could just sell it for gold. But I think getting Mass Bless along with the casting points is probably worth it. So, we'll do that. All right, so now we can throw a Spiritual Freedom on somewhere if we really want to. So let's do it here. Like I said, we were going to make sure that our Succubus is good to go. And then we will start doing an Iron Grip, I think, so that we can improve our happiness in one of our other cities. Now, with Volinara, we're going to start heading up to reinforce Beneaths. And then, yeah, Benif's is basically done her turn. So we'll just head back onto the road there. Might need to head back up to our Elven City here to grab an extra unit or something. We could produce something. Well, I guess we don't really have the capability at the moment, but we'll kind of regroup here. It's going to take us a little bit to heal from that, but I think that was fun. And you know what? Despite it being probably not the wisest decision to do the battle, I'm glad I did it because it was fun to kind of take the risk, right? Let's see what else we've got going on. Okay, we have our support units over here. We can do some work with them. It would be really nice to get this spider actually to the point that it can level up here and evolve, hopefully. So let's see if we can make that happen. All right, so we've got some frostlings, 2 ice scrapers, and a harpoon thrower. So we're obviously going to have to watch out for the getting frozen, which not really ideal. So we'll buff our Hunter Spider Baby. And I want to kind of try to entice them in with the Storm Sister, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the Bestow Iron Heart on the Storm Sister. I don't want them to freeze my spider. That's what I really don't want to happen, because if they do that, then the spider's going to have trouble getting a kill and getting to the point where we can do, or getting a hit and getting a kill and then getting a level up. So instead what we'll do is we'll move our other units up here. We'll keep the spider kind of back just because I don't want them to freeze it. A little concerned about my Storm Sister, though. Oh, okay, they are going after that. Oh, and that, okay, well, try as I might, I still got screwed. I should have probably left them even further back, I guess. Okay, let's kill the Ice Scraper. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and immobilize one of them using Stunning Touch, I think. Because then what that's going to allow us to do is drag the battle out an extra turn. Ooh, and I kind of screwed that up a little bit. Come on, get the kill. Yes, perfect. Okay. So now what we can do is we can throw a weaken on the Harpoon Thrower, and then we're going to try for a Stunning Touch. Oh, and it failed. Because what I was going to say is if I could stun them, then I could use the Spider Baby. I could wait for the Frozen to run out, and then... Oh, okay, well, that worked out all right. Unfortunately, we don't have any other immobilization abilities, though. So we're probably just going to have to kill them, which is kind of unfortunate. I really wanted my Spider Babies to get the kill and evolve, but it was not to be, I guess. Again, partially my fault for... Well, I mean, it is my fault for letting them get frozen like that. I shouldn't have moved them up quite as far as I did. Thankfully, though, we're going to have an opportunity to maybe make up for it with these wisps. So let's see if perhaps we can battle the wisps and maybe get some experience here with the hit. These wisps are always tricky, though, so we're going to have to watch out. So we'll kill one of them just to make our life easier. Perfect. And then we're going to just kind of hang back with some of our other units here. What we will do, though, is we'll throw on the buff on our spider. Okay, there we go. So now what we should probably do is actually throw a weaken on there, and then we can get the kill here. And there's the level up. Perfect. And they should now evolve. Yeah, there we go. Hunter Spider Queen. Perfect. Okay. Unfortunately, this item rack is still well out of our league there. I don't think we're going to be able to engage that anytime soon. So what we might do instead is head across the water here. And we'll move this stack up to join because we've got some roaming units that could kill us. So actually, you know what? We can hop into the water outright. We'd have to watch out for the Lost Souls, though. Hopefully they don't come all the way up here. Okay. That way we can do a little bit of scouting ahead to decide kind of where we want to go with this stack. Okay. Anything else wild and crazy that's kind of going on? A little bit of movement over here. So this is a dwarven city that will hopefully become our vassal in 2 turns. So let's do a little bit of scouting here. See what we can find. Okay. And then I think Gnulsa still has to move, and if I remember right, Gnulsa is underground. So we'll head over to this quarry and see what kind of mischief we can get up to. Fortunately, our Goblin Big Beetle does have tunneling, so if we want to do some tunneling through any of the soft dirt walls, we can do that with this stack. Which is another reason why it's not so bad that they're underground. Okay, so let's look at what we're up against. It would be great to get the Firstborn, but unfortunately, Firstborns have mind control immunity, which means we're not going to be able to use Charm on them. So we'll probably go for a Deep Guard instead. So let's buff our Ogre. And you know what? We'll do a double whammy on the Ogre here. There we go. Meanwhile, our Apprentice, it'd be great to step up and put a little bit of hurt on some of these units if we can. Yeah, there we go. We're still out of their attack range. Meanwhile, the Ogre can step up here. A little bit of damage, nothing we can't handle. All right, perfect. So with this Deep Guard, what we'll do is we will throw on a Weaken. And then we'll park our Ogre right there just to soak up the hits. Meanwhile, back here, we're going to retreat back. Firebomb the heck out of these units. Excellent. And then we will retreat back just to kind of let them come to us some more. And then with Gnulsa, it would be ideal to actually inflict some despair on this unit to try to improve our odds here, but we don't want to actually do too much damage and end up killing them. I mean, if we do, it's, you know, it's kind of whatever, but because they might suicide themselves here on the Ogre. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, okay, that's sort of what I figured would happen, that they'd probably just go and suicide themselves. Now, we can try for the Crossbowmen, though, so might as well do that. Alright, 50% odds, and we didn't get it, but we'll just get the kill on them then. Excellent. Nice opportunity here to do some hits with our Brew Brother on the Firstborn. Excellent. Okay, there, we're out of range, so we can do a little bit more work. Perfect. Oh yeah, big damage to that Firstborn right there. Perfect. And then we can retreat back a little bit further and still do a Firebomb. Get the kill there. Fantastic. Oh, and I should have put the Weaken on here first before I started doing all that damage, but that's fine. What we'll do here with Gnulsa is we'll do a heal on, I guess, just on our Ogre. Yeah, there we go. And then our Big Beetle can move in and get the kill. Excellent. Okay, that takes care of that structure. And then while we're down here... Oh, and look at this. Okay, Tiger's Eye Ring. This is a legendary jewel item that has Mark Blood, Sacrifice, and Invigorate. Invigorate is only useful on a Tigran unit, so it'll restore action and movement points. Mark Blood Sacrifice. Touched enemy unit is marked. When a marked unit dies, all friendly units are healed +10 and deal +2 melee damage. I mean, that's decent, but I think that's kind of situational. The Fallen Gurok's War Pants. +2 defense and 20% blight weakness. I don't really like the blight weakness, so I think I'm just going to sell this for gold, to be honest. There we go. So, oh, and look at that. We got ourselves a level up here with Gnulsa. Ooh, and since we're at level 11, we get Assassin of Kings. All units in the hero's army gain Hero Slayer, causing them to deal extra damage against hero units. I will happily take that upgrade because, you know, inevitably we are going to be fighting against our opponents, and our opponents are going to have heroes. So might not be helpful in the short term, but presumably will be helpful in the long term. Another thing I might do with Gnulsa, because the low health there, is actually just add a little bit of extra hit points. Talking about Beneaths and that situation kind of got me thinking, so we'll engage this. Oh, okay. They want to run. Let them run. Sure. Little extra gold there. That's good. And then we'll move up like this. We will engage these units here. Okay, let's see if we can kill the Blighttusk Boar, or at least... Oh, nice, we got a critical, that's perfect. Okay, so now these two Panthers are most likely going to pounce on me. So we kind of want to avoid that. So I'm guessing they're going to probably pounce on my support units in the back here. That would be my guess. So what we'll do is we'll buff our Ogre. We'll keep our Big Beetle in the area to kind of help us out. But I expect what's going to happen is they're just going to... Yeah, there they go. It's kind of exactly what I was expecting. Good opportunities for some big damage here, though, which is good. Excellent. Can move our... Unfortunately, I don't think we can firebomb without hitting our own units. So instead, what we'll do... We'll just move over and do some work. Fantastic. And then we can get the kill here with our Blight Doctor. Ooh, and I shouldn't have done that. They actually took some extra damage that they didn't need to take. Although, thankfully, with Gnulsa, I should be able to just heal that. So we'll do that. There we go. And then we'll use our Ogre here to put the hurt on. There we go. I use the Ogre because I want to try to level the Ogre up even further, as my other units are all very, very leveled up, and the Ogre is still only bronze medal, so makes sense to try to kind of promote the Ogre. We've had a lot of joint offers, and there's actually one I would consider, and that's this Dragon Dwelling. And the reason I'm considering it is because if you look, Nero has kind of cleared everything out, and this is the one that this is the dwelling I've talked about where I could maybe eventually get this Forgotten Throne, build the Ancestral Boneyard, and then maybe even build the Elder Bone Dragon, which would be super cool. So I think we'll do it. Oh yeah, that's nice. And the other nice thing about this is it brings in the Heart of the Shadows, which gives us some extra casting points, which is not too shabby. Very happy to have that. Okay, and that's Nero I'm going to leave where he is because I want to keep him protecting my Deathbringer from, you know, any potential roaming units, although I doubt there are going to be any since we've cleared out the spawning structure. But you never know. Over to Umboku. I think we're just going to start focusing on Shadowstalker production. Same with Beltheme. We're going to try and get ourselves able to produce better units in this city. So let's do a Rogue's Palace. Kind of get that process going. Gorold. Probably the same story over here as well. Do a Rogue's Palace. Just so we can eventually produce better units there. Now, in our new Dragon Dwelling, that's going to be the question. What do we want to build? We have to decide what kind of dragon we want to go for. That's one thing. So, we could do the Storm Dragon, which is the new kind of dragon that's added by the Wasteland expansion mod. Let me see if I can find one here. Yeah, so this is the new dragon type, which is pretty cool. Has Shock Breath. Could be kind of useful if I come up against units that have shock weakness, depending on what my opponents are. So maybe something like a Dreadnought or whatever that has machine units. They tend to be weaker against shock. But I think I'll do the Incubation Chamber, and that way I can kind of delay making a decision on that. I'm going to need an Incubation Chamber either way in order to have the lair structure eventually. So we will do the Incubation Chamber first. Now, our Galleon can still do some fighting, so let's do that. Oh, okay, the mermaids are going to run. I'm happy to let them run. A little extra gold, and look at this. We've got some treasure to grab. Excellent. Recouping kind of our cost there. And then I guess I have to kind of decide where do I want to send the galleon. We've explored... You know what? We could head over and clear this out. That would be really good. Get rid of that pirate's nest. Okay, and Zhang is now able to start doing some work, which is excellent. Ideally, it would be nice to have Zhang with some extra units, but we're working on that here in our dwelling in Encina Res. So the only thing that does kind of suck is leaving Encina Res unguarded, but we're going to have this cavalry produced next turn. The thing that makes me a little scared is this Haunted Boneyard down here. I was planning to send some units down there to clear that out. Yeah, right through here. I've been planning to send this stack of units. I think last episode I talked about this. I wanted to send this group down there, maybe add in another Shadow Stalker, and then have them go down and try and clear that out so that Encina Res is not as threatened, because as it currently stands, I mean, it's a really powerful structure to be producing units. I don't really want it to be undefended. And Zhang, I kind of moved away, but I was thinking, oh, I'm fine with 2 units here. I should be okay. And I mean, I could clear out this gold mine with Zhang, presumably, but I'm a little hesitant now. I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, I don't know if I want to just start sending Zhang out without a better stack. I could get myself in a situation where I end up losing. And maybe we should actually try and clear out the inn, and we could spend some of our gold on some extra units. Although, again, not the most efficient way of acquiring extra units. So, as much as it pains me, I think I'm actually going to bring Zhang back until I at least have 1 extra unit in the stack. We'll head back here. I know, again, that was kind of silly. I went all the way out there, and I'm bringing Zhang back. But I feel better about having Zhang here, getting that extra unit involved, and then I might even summon myself like a Grimbeak Crow or something, just to have something to guard the dwelling in the meantime, because I don't want the roaming units coming out of this to cause me problems. I started to get a little antsy as I was reading the comments of the last episode, and I was, kind of had the video playing as I was responding to some of the comments. I noticed that, yeah, I had left Encina Res completely unguarded, and just wasn't sitting well with me, so I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, or at least clear things out around there before I start doing anything else. So we'll use this half-breed to start taking out the walls there. Or to continue, I guess, because he's already been doing it. Our priest can continue guarding the city, and we're now ready to move on to the next turn. I think that more or less kind of does what we were after. So let's end the turn there and see what happens. Yeah, the rest of these are join offers, not... I was going to say they're not alliance proposals, so I think we're good there. All right, let's see what happens. So yeah, I think once Zhang has that 4th unit, or I guess that'll make 4 in the stack, Zhang plus the 3. I think I'll feel a little better about sending Zhang out to go and start clearing structures. Again, when you're underground too, there's always nasty roaming units. I would hate for Zhang's stack to get attacked by a big stack of roaming units and then lose my hero after all that time investment trying to get that dwelling running. I just don't want Zhang to go down, because Zhang is the one who's kind of benefiting the most from producing those undead units. I don't feel good about, again, I had this plan, oh, the Wraith King will be enough, but yeah, I'm thinking I need an extra unit. And we'll have to decide, again, what to do with Beniefs and with Volinara. So Beniefs, I'm probably going to send... I think I'll probably send both of them, actually, up this way. I think what I'll do... I'd originally thought maybe I would send Beneaths back over here and then try and add an extra unit. But by the time I have enough to produce, or by the time I'm able to produce something decent, it's going to be 3 or 4 turns. So I think I'd actually rather have Beneaths go the way I was originally planning. Even though we've taken damage, we'll heal a lot of this pretty quickly. The Forge Priest can heal. The Naga Slither is obviously going to regenerate. So I think we're fine there. So what we'll do with Beneaths is we'll head over this way. And I think we'll probably either go underground to see if we can, see what's going on with Olarmian. Or at least we'll start clearing things around here and get some eyes on this so that Olarmian can't pop up and surprise us out of nowhere, because that's kind of what I'm anticipating. And then we're also going to take Volinara. We're going to send Volinara over this way as well, probably to kind of reinforce Beneaths. And then I noticed that we have a tomb up here, so presumably what we could do actually with Volinara, head down, clear this structure out, the watchtower, get some extra vision, try and deal with this city, maybe bring it into the fold as a vassal. And then we've got a number of structures over here that Volinara could clear out, hopefully get up to level 7, and then come back, clear the tomb, and get a powerful undead unit to add into the stack. Kind of like what we did with Nero. Actually, almost exactly like what we did with Nero. And I noticed there that Olarmian has monoculture. Not really a surprise, given that it looks like he was converting things into dwarven cities. He took that human city that belonged to Larissa and apparently converted it to a dwarven city. So he must just be kind of focusing on dwarven, having dwarven cities. But yeah, again, I don't know if I would advise doing this battle again, this Forbidden Sanctum battle. We got it done, and I mean, again, did I have to sacrifice that dwarven crossbowman? I mean, it certainly made the battle a little easier. And again, I didn't necessarily make the most optimal decisions in that battle, but it worked out pretty well for me. So, you know what? I'm not going to second guess it. Insert, I do agree with you. Oh, wow. Okay, hang on a minute. Oh my god. So, okay, Zhang... Well, geez. So, literally, talk about foreshadowing. The dwelling is under attack from literally undead that probably came from that stupid haunted boneyard. So, I mean, thank goodness I brought Zhang back. But now the problem is, are we going to be able to actually win this battle? Because we're undead. We don't really do the kind of damage that's going to be needed. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, we'll do it, and let's see what happens here. Holy cow. Yeah, but, I mean, talk about timely that I brought Zhang back. And I had a bad feeling about it. I really did. I did not want to leave after investing literally... I mean, by the time it was all said and done, I invested well over 1,000 gold in getting that thing up and running. With all the hurrying and everything I did. So we're going to use Stiffen Limbs. Oh, I forgot. We can't throw that on undead. Dang it. So yeah, our spells are going to be relatively useless here. I mean, this is going to do nothing as well because, look, the undead are... Ay, ay, ay. This is really a tough situation. I mean, we could use Mass Bless, I guess, to him, but our undead are unaffected, so that's not even going to help us. I mean, Quick Dash is probably going to be the most useful in this battle. Oh my god, I don't know if we can win this one, to be perfectly honest. Let's see, does Zhang have any... We have Inflict Scorching Heat, which might help us a little bit. Oh my goodness, yeah, I don't know. This is a tough situation here. Thankfully, at least we've got the extra spirit damage on the Wraith King. That's going to help us a little bit. What does the Revenant Caster have? Okay, fire damage on melee. That's not really going to make that big a difference, but I mean, hey, it'll help a little. All right. Boy, this is a rotten situation, though. Not very happy about this. In a way, maybe I shouldn't have brought Zhang back, because now I'm probably going to lose my hero, and I still might lose the dwelling. Alright, well, the caster's going to stay back. think. We're going to need our Wraith King to really just kind of soak up the hits here. Now, I think Zhang is still susceptible. Yeah, not immune to Blight. So we actually want to retreat Zhang back a little bit so that the Bone Dragon isn't hitting us with the breath attack. Okay, there we go. Yeah, thank goodness that... boy, that spirit damage might actually pay off here and make the difference that we need. You know, meanwhile, the caster can step up and almost kill the Wraith. Oh, not quite. But with Zhang, then we should be able to get the finish. Yep, perfect. Excellent. And then the Wraith King here, I think we'll just throw in defense mode. Yeah. You know what? Okay, we're actually in pretty good shape. Now that we killed that Wraith, I think we're... Oh! That hurt. Okay, so my casters, that devastated them pretty heavily. But, you know what? We have an opportunity here now. So, we could flank the Bone Dragon here. And then, potentially... Yeah, we're not really going to do a ton of damage, though. That's the only problem. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to heal the caster. And I have to remember that Zhang can lesser reanimate undead, so I can bring the caster back if it goes down. I cannot, however, bring the Wraith King back if it dies. So, what I should probably do... These Lost Souls are such a pain. I think what I'll do is I will kill the one, and then I'm going to use my spell. I'm going to use Quick Dash, heal the Wraith King a little bit, and then what I'm hoping is that the Bone Dragon is just going to kill the caster. And then what I'll do is I'll park right here and sit in defense mode. Meanwhile, with Zhang, it would be great to throw up a cadaver, but I don't want Zhang to get killed by the dragon, which is kind of the thing I'm the most scared of. So I think I'm actually going to retreat Zhang kind of out of the danger zone here. Yeah, okay, so there goes the caster. That's totally fine. Now we could kill... Yeah, you know what? Let's kill that Lost Soul. Hopefully the dragon is stupid and goes over where the Lost Soul is. That would be ideal. Okay, going after Zhang with the breath attack. That's totally fine by me, actually. That's going to give me an opportunity now to do some flanking. Very nice. Still not able to get the really do much and do a ton of damage there, but with Zhang, we could at least retreat back and stay out of the danger zone. That's, again, what we really need to do. Alternatively, you know what? We could throw on a Death Ray. Not really going to do much, but, I mean, every little bit's going to help us here, so... Ouch, that... Okay, and we got the dragon, so the dragon is out of the picture now. So now what we want to do is we want to head back up this way and bring our caster back. Fantastic, and we can... We won't be able to kill one of them, but we can at least do some damage. As long as they don't kill the king, we should be okay. Boy, this was kind of a tricky battle, that's for sure. Okay, Zhang took some punishment, but we should be fine. We can do that, and then... Ooh, and you know what? It'd be great to get a cadaver out of this battle. Where's the... Yeah, there's the Bone Dragon. We can handle one flank attack there to move over and grab ourselves. And look at that. Silver medal already. That's amazing. And then we can just get the kill right here. Whew. Okay, well, you know what? We got extremely lucky there that, I mean, again, not only was Zhang here to actually do the fight. Again, I felt, in retrospect, after I was watching and kind of rethinking about my decision-making, I didn't think it was a good idea to send Zhang out with only 2 units, especially with, you know, again, the Wraith King is very powerful, but really without any other kind of muscle in this stack. So, again, we really lucked out, and I'm actually very, very happy we were able to do that battle and to actually you know, successfully defend the dwelling. And then, of course, really nice here that we have this cadaver already almost gold medal, so that's great. And now we have the Revenant Cavalry there to join us. So now the question is, do we want to maybe go down this way rather than... I was originally going to head up with Zhang and go up here, but might actually be better to just head down and deal with this right away, because obviously that's posing a huge problem. We could clear out some of these to level up and then try and recruit some units. So you know what? Let's do that. Boy, yeah, thank my lucky stars that I was able to win that battle, and also that I didn't lose my dwelling, because I've already invested so much gold in that. It would be such a pain to lose it. Okay, Iru Thai would like to become our vassal. I will happily accept that. That is excellent for us. So yeah, monoculture from Olarmian there. We're going to get rid of that. Let's see. Anything else? Okay, so we've got a couple of Shadow Stalkers now ready to go. Thankfully, we still have enough to actually do our Iron Grip, which is great. So, oh, and would you look at this? We've got a Bone Wyvern and some Lost Souls that's now threatening our city. Where did they come from? I have no idea. They might have come from the underground here. That's possible. Otherwise, I don't know where the heck they would have come from. We've cleared out all the other spawning structures. I mean, thankfully, we have our galleon. Oh, but they can't... Oh, but the builder. We can leave the builder behind. Yeah. Okay, that's what we'll do. We'll leave the builder behind to go and clear this thing out, because we can't risk them attacking our city and taking our city from us. So let's get rid of that. Boy, I'm glad I saw that unit. I just happened to be panning over in the right spot. Okay. So let's see. Are they lined up? No, not really. So we'll just retreat back. And want to kill off the Wyvern, that's for sure. Actually, this is a situation where our little fire arrows might have come in handy. Nice, we got the kill there. You know what? We're going to do exactly what I said. We'll use some fire arrows here. Perfect. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then what we'll do is we'll start heading back. And our builder can at least sit beside. So thankfully that keeps our city safe, which is the thing I was the most concerned about there. Yeah, so the Succubus will be ready next turn, which is great. And we now have the spiritual freedom on the city, so that's good. Lots of other join offers, which we're going to... we'll ignore for now. We might deal with them later. Edinburgh's got this Shadow Stalker, so now let's add the Shadow Stalker in to this stack, and then we will send them underground. Now, I know we've kind of committed Zhang to heading that way as well, but I think it's going to be useful to have this stack down there as well to help clear things out. And then in the meantime, with Edinburgh, we're just going to keep producing Shadow Stalkers. Yeah, Volinara we're going to send over. We want her to kind of head over this way, I think. And I think we're going to probably do the same with Beneaths. We'll head over this way. Now, the big question is, do we want to send Beneaths underground? I don't think so. I think instead we'll hang out kind of right here. It's a little bit dangerous, though, because Olarmian could conceivably pop up with a big army and cause me problems. But I think we'll be okay. I mean, if he does come up, he's going to be right on this, so he would have to... he could only bring one stack up, I think. Unless he's really smart, brings a stack up, moves it here, and then brings another stack up to fight me, which I don't think he would do. But you never know. Belfiem's working on that. Okay. Some other units that can move. We've got our support units over here. But let's see what these units can find while we're able to do... Oh, we've got a cave entrance over here. So maybe we kind of head that way. So we'll embark there. Got our little monkey down here to do a little bit more scouting for us. Kind of not a whole lot going on this island. Ooh, a pirate's nest, though. But yeah, thank goodness we actually have Encina Res here ready to continue producing units. Yeah, I think we'll maybe do another Wraith King at this point, and then we might do another Caster, and we can try and get this to one of our other Necromancers, perhaps. There we go. Gnulsa, I think we've already... Okay, so Gnulsa can move now. So now the big question with Gnulsa is, do we want to maybe try this dungeon? And I'm kind of thinking that that's a good idea. Gnulsa's stack is super powerful. We can do this battle on our way through as well. Now this will give us some race governance experience. So we'll head in there. Might as well try to recruit one of these units while we're here. Just because we can. We go for the Unicorn Rider. Also, Longbowmen aren't so bad to have. So let's do a little bit of work here. Excellent. Use our nourishing meal here on the Ogre. And then our Ogre could step up and bash the heck out of the Longbowmen. I mean, alternatively, we could just move in and kill everything and not worry about converting anything, which is, you know what, kind of appealing to me, actually. Yeah, you know what, let's maybe just do that. We won't worry about converting anything. And then what we're going to do is we'll actually move in and do an assassin strike here, I think. And then we will move in like this and get the kill with our big beetle. Meanwhile, the initiate's going to do a little bit of damage, but nothing we can't survive. Yeah, no problem there. I suppose we could try and convert the initiate, but I think I'll just do a heal here instead. There we go. And then, let's see. Well, we'll get a little more experience with our Blight Doctor, even though we're already pretty much maxed out. And then our Ogre can get the kill, too. Nice level up there for our Ogre. Perfect. Nice, okay. Race governance for our goblins. That's great. And then, yeah, here we go. We can go and check out... Let's at least go see what's in there, since we're in the neighborhood. Ooh, look at this. A Manticore Rider and then 3 Berserkers. Okay. Should be able to handle it. Of course, the Manticore Rider has mind control immunity, so we're not going to be able to charm the Manticore Rider. It's a little bit disappointing. Okay, so let's pull back a little bit with Gnulsa there. Our Brew Brother. I think we will buff the Ogre. Meanwhile, Gnulsa can do a touch of faith on somebody. Maybe the Big Beetle actually would be kind of nice for that. And then we'll just kind of let them come to us here. Okay, perfect. So we can let the Manticore Rider have it. Now, I have to be careful because these Berserkers obviously can inflict quite a bit of punishment on me if I'm not careful. And that Ogre is actually, you know, going to be kind of vulnerable here. So let's decide how we want to sort this out. And the Berserkers, because they have charge, that's going to be tough to deal with. Okay. What we'll do is we'll bring our Blight Doctor over here. Put a weaken on the Manticore Rider. That's going to make a big difference for damage. We'll use our Apprentice to do a bit of firebomb action here. Very nice. That helps. Actually, we can do a little bit to the Manticore Rider here. Chance to Despair. But I think it might be better to just go heavy with our melee attacks here. Alternatively, we could use Gnulsa more aggressively. That's going to put Gnulsa in some big risk, though, which I'm not real happy about. I think we'll use our Ogre over here to try and tie up these Berserkers a little bit. Just so they're not going to threaten us quite so much. We'll use our Brew Brother to kind of help out as well. So let's go over and do that. Okay, there's that. Now, okay. So we can do some fairly hefty damage, but that's not going to be enough to really get the kill, per se. How much damage would we do with the Assassin Strike on the Berserker? Not quite enough to get the kill. That's unfortunate. All right, we'll use our Big Beetle real aggressive, though. Yeah, there we go. That's great. And then... yeah, I mean, we could try and get the kill. I mean, if we fly and do the flank, we could. The only problem is then the Berserker can, you know, basically beat the crap out of Gnulsa. Between these two Berserkers, they could probably kill her. Which wouldn't be ideal. So, we've got two options here. We can either... we could step up with Gnulsa and heal the Big Beetle. The only problem then is that the Manticore Rider might just fly over and attack Gnulsa. And then if the two Berserkers decide to do that as well, Nulsa's probably going to die. I think the Big Beetle will be able to handle all of the attacks. I hope. Because, I mean, losing that Big Beetle would be absolutely horrendous. I mean, we could just fly back and throw a quick dash on. That's not the worst plan ever as well. I mean, it's going to mean we can't use our spell this turn, our Iron Grip. But, you know what, that might be worth, because I just really don't want to lose the Big Beetle, and I'd rather play it safe than sorry. So I think that's what we'll do. Quick dash on the Big Beetle, and then... yeah, there, we can get the kill, no problem. All right. That way, we're playing it a little safer. Oh, and you know what? We actually didn't... oh, that's not good. We actually... I forgot, because the caster is present, the leader is present, we only use 10, so that's great. We actually still can throw on our spell, our Iron Grip. Okay, we'll use our Ogre, and then get the kill with our Brew Brother. And now, we have to decide how we want to finish this one up. Could go for a convert... oh, right, they have Mind Control immunity as well, the Berserkers do. So, that gives us a chance to do some healing, which is good. I think the Big Beetle's going to get it. Yeah, there we go. We'll step back with the Blight Doctor. The Apprentice. Yeah, we'll just get the kill with the Blight Doctor here. There we go. Fantastic. All right, so we cleared out the dungeon. Let's see what we get. Ooh, a Troll. That's kind of unfortunate because a Troll is dedicated to evil, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be kind of not that useful for us. But a Nomad Chieftain. This is a tier 2 support unit. Could be kind of fun to use, to try out. That said, I mean, I could also just sell this for a big chunk of gold. If the Troll wasn't dedicated to evil, I would happily take it, because Trolls are actually super useful units because they have regrowth, which I really like. But, yeah, I think because of the dedicated to evil bit, I'm going to just sell this. Yeah, there we go. 'Cause otherwise, I'm fighting kind of a battle against the morale of the unit, so... all right, let's go clear out this Necromantic Circle. Maybe we can use our Control Undead on one of these Reanimators, like maybe the Draconian one. That wouldn't be so bad. Okay, that's going to do it for Gnulsa Underground. Now, we could jump over to the Shadow Realm. That actually might be a good place to kind of end the episode here. So, we'll see what Nero's up to. So now we've got this Forbidden Sanctum. I don't think we're going to play that game twice where we, you know, tempt fate. I think we've already gotten lucky enough this episode and had some good fortune come our way. So I think we're going to ignore this and keep moving down and eventually try and clear out this spawning structure. That's going to be the plan there. Suppose we could. I'm just seeing if there's anything else to clear out on our way there. Not really. I mean, we can do this fort. That wouldn't be so bad now that we've got, you know, a little bit more powerful units. We will move one of our Wyvern out of the stack, however, because obviously they don't benefit from being in with Nero in terms of getting access to healing. Nero can hopefully start healing this Deathbringer up, though, which is good. So, yeah, we're just going to head this way. And we'll keep this unit with Nero just so it doesn't get killed off or anything. But oh, and look at that. Our scout did not actually get killed, which is great for us. So let's maybe head over to the road here. Although this could be a dead end. Actually, yeah, that's almost certainly a dead end. I see the smoke. That's probably an inn right there. And I think that's probably a dead end. So instead, let's maybe go this way. Ooh, oh, that's not good. Another spawning structure there. That's not ideal. We're not right next to it, but we're close. So hopefully we can just go around it and not get killed. Any other funny business underground? We can keep digging over here. I don't necessarily want to dig right through this wall because that'll open kind of a portal for units to go right through here. I can do that eventually, but I might not want to do it right this second, so I'm going to sort of wait on that one. Okay. I suppose I could just bring this little guy on, you know, dig through here and come right back to the Goblin City. What are we working on here? Oh, yeah, okay, so we're almost done the Siege Workshop. This is actually a great spot to throw our Iron Grip here, so let's do that. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll start working on, probably on another one, I think, would be a good choice. Up to Incinerez. We've already kind of done our job over here. We've dealt with Zhang, so... Now I think we still have... Yeah, we've dealt with Benice. We've dealt with Volinara. Most of our units have moved. So, you know what? Let's just do our production then. We'll clean up any other kind of funny business we have to deal with. Here's our Shadow Stalker that we can decide what to do with. This might actually be a good opportunity to maybe send it up north here to try and join in with Benice eventually. I think would be good, so let's do that. Kind of head up that way. Hopefully we're not going to get attacked now that we're by ourselves, but we did clear out that roaming unit with our galleons, so I'm hoping we're in okay shape. This one as well, I was thinking kind of the same thing. We'll head up this direction and head towards our city there. Meanwhile, this tiger, I want to go underground and at least go see what I can see. Find out if there's anything that's going to be kind of threatening us. I have a suspicion that there's something spawning those undead, so that would be a good place to go. So yeah, let's sort out our production and then we can probably end the episode. All right, we'll just do Shadow Stalkers and Lilac. Our galleons do still have to move over here, and we're probably going to just head over and deal with this pirate situation. So let's go do that. There we go. This little stack still has some movement left, so I guess we'll just go a little closer. Oh, and I almost forgot, we have this scout still in the Shadow Realm. Okay, well, we can continue doing some scouting. Just kind of panning around to see what I can see. We'll head down this way, actually. There we go. Okay. And there we go. That's the end of our turn. So this is a great place to leave it. So I will zoom out so we can kind of see what's going on. So yeah, we've spread almost the entire southern portion of the map here. We're going to save it as episode 15. Whoops. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.